you want to go out there and, it's the first time hitting somebody else. You want to be as clean as possible, crisp, things like that. I did some things well, but, there's some things that, I think I can do better. That's kind of just how I approach the game. Just try to make some corrections and go for it. I think the biggest thing is, it's not just about me, but it's about all 5 of us being on the same page. So, just trying to get that, chemistry better and better. So.
Is it easy to get the cohesiveness now that you've played one game?
Well, we've played together, now for, 2 years. And, being able to keep the group together, over these past couple of years, man, has been great. I don't think it takes as long for our camaraderie, say when we come off like, summer vacation or say like, the off season going to OTAs. I don't think it takes as long as, other teams with new guys coming in and out. But, yeah.
Coach Stoutland said that you're really different this season coming in and that you've really established yourself as one of the best, if not the best, of your position. Do you feel different coming into this season?
Well, I credit that to 2 things. One, obviously Jeff Stoutland. I'm easily willing to say he's the best O-line coach in the league, best O-line coach I've ever had, man. Tremendous person, tremendous teacher. Secondly, I have to give props to, JP and Lane. Obviously JP a little older now, but when he was younger, man, he used to just dance at the line with guys, man. And same thing with Lane. Guys, it's one thing to go out here when you're an individual and work something out. It's another thing to actually take it to team, knowing there's a possibility of failure and still trying to work it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, that's something that this year I really tried to implement into my game where, hey, man, maybe the first time I'm trying something or I may do something a little different here. But the biggest thing is I'm trying to do it, trying to perfect it. Even if I get beat or something happens, I don't look at it as, discouragement. I look at it as, an opportunity, something to learn from. So.
Talk about Coach Stoutland. Jordan Mailata after the game said, "In Stout we trust." Is that just like a his saying, or is that the whole line saying?
I mean, it was his saying, but damn, that's a great saying. I mean, that's exactly the case. It's always in Stout we trust, man. I mean, through thick and thin, Stout always has our back. Stout's always, looking out for our best interest. And because of the type of person he is, I mean, we're willing to run through a wall, for that guy. I almost said put our life on the line, but,
Too far.
Yeah, a little too intense, but yeah.
Obviously, Stout gave you a lot of praise. Do you think you've gotten enough recognition for being at the top of your position?
I mean, I feel like there's a debate when it comes to that, man. I mean, I'll be honest, man, I'm not like the biggest like social media guy. Like, I'm not the biggest like, I was here or, household name type guy. I think to, the fans and the coaches and players around the league, man, know that I'm a good player. So that's, I just kind of how I look at it. I'm not, big flash, rah-rah guy, man. So it's all good.
What are your goals for this season, you personally and the entire O-line?
Personally, obviously won a Super Bowl last year, went to the Pro Bowl. Well, there's one thing I didn't get. I didn't go all pro. So that's one thing, that I strive and want to work towards. And then as a team, repeat. I mean, that's why we play this game. That's what it's, all about, other than, hanging out with the guys and having fun. But, winning it all again. I can't describe what it was like to win it all, to be on top. Well.
It was a short offseason, obviously. What did you do in the offseason to really improve the season?
Moved across the bridge, man, across the river, out to South Jersey, and just getting used to suburbia. I was, the heart of downtown, and it was time for a change. So.
And how do you like South Jersey? Is it?
It's good, man. It's quiet. The neighbors are peaceful, man. The only thing that's new for me is you have to turn right to go left, which threw me off, and you can't pump gasoline by yourself, but you can pump diesel by yourself. So I did not know that. So I pulled up to a diesel pump and was like, just sitting there 10 minutes, like, hey, you're gonna help me? Dude looked at me like, dude, it's diesel. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So fun adjustments, really. But so I've seen you spend some extra time working with Matt Pryor after practice. You talk about how much of an influence Jason Peters, Lane Johnson have been on you. When did you decide you really wanted to be a mentor yourself and kind of turn to him?
Honestly, this year, man. Honestly, I look at Pryor, man, like a young me, man. Like, he's a big dude, long arms, can play guard or tackle, smart guy who can get up and down the field, pretty athletic. But as with anything, new, got to, fine-tune it a little bit. And I had guys who, you know, took me under their wing, like, hey, man, like, this is how you do it. I'm just trying to really cut the learning curve off, man, because there's, through trial and error, you know, things that I've learned, things that I had to learn the hard way. And, you know, just trying to help them out, man. Just try to make them as successful as he can be.